Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've joined me from Instagram, hello again, and thank you for joining me here. This is my first video, so please be nice. So I asked over on my Instagram, which is Hayley's Toy Story, if you would rather see a room tour or a Shop Disney haul for my first video, and you voted for a room tour. So if you like Toy Story and you're excited to see new merch and you want to see what's around and you're just a bit obsessed like me, then stick around. So this is probably my favourite shelf. This has got most of my Toy Story signature collection items on. So we've got Jessie in her box and Jessie out of her box, and we've got Buzz in his box, and we've got Woody, Bullseye and Utility Belt Buzz, Mr. Potato Head and the aliens. The Sid that you can see there, he's by Medicom and he is fantastic. And Lenny over there, he was from Disney on Ice, which I actually found on eBay. So that is my favourite shelf. It could do with reorganising, but for now it will do. Moving on, this area is not very organised at all really. This is just toys that are too big for a shelf. Rex is absolutely massive. This is the Disney Store Rex, and it's his tail. I think it's just his tail, so his tail tends to go quite far back and you need a lot of room for him, as does the Signature Collection Rex. And then we've got RC, who he's just huge as well, and this is a remote control Buzz Lightyear and he is wicked. Over here is my, I don't know what to do with this corner shelf. So it's just a lot of items that I haven't taken out of their packaging. And then here we have one of my other favourite shelves. Do you know what? They're all my favourite shelves. How could I just pick one shelf when I love every single one of my toys? So yeah, this is one of my favourite shelves. So you can kind of see the transition. We've got Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Pizza Planet, Toy Story 3, and then we've got Bonnie's toys and the toys from Sunnyside. And then down here you can see just a lot of chaos. The white boxes tend to have pins and pin backs and things like that in. I've got 2 boxes of remnants there, and behind there is just 2 baskets full of Toy Story stationery. So in Andy's room he has the Roundup one and then he has the Buzz Lightyear one after. However, I love them both, so they're both going on my wall. This is the bed. No one really sleeps in it, to be honest. It's just for show, and if anything it's just gets in the way. But you know, it's nice to have a spare bed when we do have visitors, and if I'm honest, I kind of need it because I've got all the stuff that I like to store underneath. Yeah, this is this half of the room. I will take a step back so you can see it's just chaos, but I love it. We have my Plush Collection, which any minute now it's just gonna fall out. I have nightmares, I have visions. Sometimes I hear something fall, I'm like, oh my goodness, something's fallen down, and then I worry that it's just going to be a domino effect and everything's going to fall down. But so far so good. So here is my Funkos and Sims and lots of other little minifigures. I absolutely adore minifigures, so I put all my favourite ones out. It's just like Cars Land. I thought it'd be really cute. And these are Pint-Sized Heroes by Funko, and these are Kubricks by Medicom, and then these are just a bunch of little minifigures by Mattel, and then we've got Tsum Tsums and Funko Pops. So it's a bit of a random shelf, but you know, I've probably reorganised my collection twice, so it's not quite there yet. It's not quite how I want it, but it's getting there. Again, here we've just got lots of random toys that deserve to be on display, but there's no particular order, they're just cute. So we've got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, they're from Japan and they are sweet dispensers. And behind them is this adorable wagon handbag, like in Andy's room, like his toy box, and that's from Japan also. And then in here we've just got lots of random little figures that I just couldn't not have out on display. And again, this is another shelf that I do not like. It's not what it's got on it, it's just the way I've displayed it. I'm not comfortable with it, and if anything, I need a friend to come around and have a look and sort it for me. Unfortunately, I broke Bo's crook, so I need to super glue that on for the 3rd time. But whilst I'm shifting things around, I'm just not going to bother. But I absolutely love the Precious Moments. I just think they've got the cutest little faces, and the bonus is my fiance actually loves the Precious Moments too, so he's quite happy for me to display these around the house and not just keep them in one room. So I think eventually these will probably go in the living room, and then I'll have a little bit more space up here. Lastly, we have my Woody's Roundup shelf, and I really like this shelf. I think I could do with having deeper shelves. I could put more things on them. I like a little bit of a cluttered shelf, to be honest. If they're a bit bare like this, I think it looks a bit untidy. But I think the more you cram in, I think it looks quite cool. As you can see, I like the ukuleles. They actually call them Woody's guitar, but they've got 4 strings, they're a ukulele. It bugs me a little bit, but yeah. I think I'm just obsessed. I won't actually play this ukulele because it's so old and it's a little bit damaged. I just don't want to break the strings, so he just stays there. And then it's my number 1 guy. It's Buzz Lightyear. This is just some of my Buzz Lightyears. I've actually had to clear out of this shelf because there were so many on there that it just didn't look very nice at all, if I'm honest. So a lot of them have been put away, and I've just kept some of my favourites out. This is my shelf for all my short films merch. So we've got Hawaiian Vacation, and we've got That Time Forgot, and so we've got Woody and Buzz dressed up in their Hawaiian costumes, and Jessie, and then on the right hand side we've got them in their battle swords costume. We've got obviously Angel Kitty in the battle swords and stuff from That Time Forgot. Then we've got Small Fry Buzz and Zurg. They're not like anything special, they're only like the cheap ones, which I found on Amazon. Then we've got some Hawaiian Vacation minis, and I just think these are adorable. And then just down here it's just some cups and mugs and just bits from Primark, to be honest. The alien cup is from Shop Disney, but the money box, the mug, and the mug and stuff behind, and the plastic bottle at the back, that is all from Primark. This is another area which there is no structure to. I ended up moving my books from one of those shelves over to here, and I had this doll's house which belongs to Woody and Buzz. I will have to introduce them to you soon, actually. Yeah, my books belong here. This is not all of my books, these are just the shorter ones that will fit on the shelf. I've got some that are quite big that they just wouldn't look right on the shelf, so they're elsewhere. And then we've got all my pins. I think I might do a separate video for my pins because there's a lot to go through. But on the left you've got my fantasy pins, and on the right you've got my official Disney pins. And it looks like we've had a bit of a accident over here. They're all playing Sleeping Lions, it seems. So yeah, this is my Forky. I made Forky myself, and I made a number 4 just because why not? So if you are from my Instagram, you would see that I used Hero Cross, Buzz and Woody in a lot of my photos, and Hero Cross brought out this Sid, and he comes with Scud, which hasn't been released yet, and I just died. I could not buy him. This was a treat to myself for Christmas because for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted a Janie doll, and I found someone selling this bundle in the UK and I couldn't resist. So this is where I keep all my handbags and rucksacks and things like that. I do use some of them, but I don't really tend to use them. So that concludes my room tour. I hope you liked it. I kept it quite brief because I didn't want the video to be too long, and I could chat about this stuff for ages. My main platform that I'm on is Instagram, which is Hayley's Toy Story. I post pictures probably every other day of my collection, and if you'd like to stick around, please subscribe, and I will see you again for the next video.